we went to Montreal. They made the mistake of taking us to the oratory, St. Joseph's Oratory of Mount Royal. St. Andre Bessette, who built it, had not been canonized yet. I believe he had just been beatified at that time. Yeah. And so when I can remember, I had never been in a Catholic church my whole life. I was 15, I think. And I remember walking up the steps. Like, this is how, like, I remember so much detail from this first experience. I remember walking up the steps because it's like you're going like this up the mountain, walking up there and looking back down, and they have this beautiful, they call it like the way of the cross. So they have this beautiful, like, all these steps, these special steps, and the special prayer garden at the bottom for pilgrims that come. Um, and there's people as you walk up, you look back down, and there's people praying, like they're going up the steps on their knees, and they pray the rosary as they go up or what have you. I was so moved by it. I was just like, this is so cool. And then I remember walking into the main part of the church and just being like I was blown away by it. And my parents were not anti-Catholic at all. Like I don't remember a lot of negativity towards Catholicism as a kid. So I didn't have a lot of the maybe like the baggage that another evangelical would have, I guess. And there's like all these, like there's like these huge murals of like, biblical accounts and you know what I mean? And I remember, and like there in the middle of it is like the huge, like lifelike crucifix with like Our Lady and St. John at the foot of the cross. I remember the other kids and the pastor even were kind of like, I don't want to say sneering, that's kind of a strong word, but I do remember it was just this sense of like, ugh, you know like whereas like I feel like somebody's like plugged me, like I'm electricity and somebody's plugged me into a wall for the first time. Like, I was so moved by it all. um and so that time it really sent me on this journey of like figuring out like what are those people doing and why are those churches so different, and why are our churches, like, for lack of a better word, like, why are they so ugly? And, like, sorry, like some of the historical Protestant churches are stunning. I'm not good, trying to be mean, but like, why aren't they pretty like that? Like, what's going on? Why can't we, and I remember going back home and like going to church with my parents and like wanting to do the sign of the cross. And the pastor was like, you can't do that. And I'm like, why? It's the sign of the cross. Like, why can't we do that? And I remember asking my youth my youth pastor, like, I think I want to be Catholic. Like, that's so cool. And he was like, no.